All right, folks, welcome back to the broadcast. So, as we were saying, biggest patch winners and losers. DPS definitely the winners. Tank, I myself, in rank, I'm doing fine actually. I've got some nice win rates. 70% on my Ramata right now. So
That's better than me right now.
So feeling pretty confident about it, but definitely noticing the scrims, I get punished so much quicker than I did before. I mean, before it felt like I could play anywhere as Winston, do anything. Now, if you're not behind that wall, you are getting shredded. And I got Joseph yelling down my back. I got Kay yelling down my back. I got tags going, Ashton, where are you? And it's like, a lot of yelling, but for the most part, it works out, and we're getting adapted to it. And I've really seen the team learn how to play this new patch over the last couple weeks, and it's been really exciting.
And it's not necessarily like a really hard meta either. So that's been really exciting. We get to try a lot of different things. Since there isn't like a lot of people going to the patch, they thought since there's less, room for error. I mean, there's more room for error when it comes to like mechanics. But since there's more damage, right, because there's less healing, it's I think it's actually been harder for most teams because now they have to play better, play the positioning, play the space, playing your comp right to actually kill anything.
And I think that's a big advantage for UTA because our fundamental Overwatch at times it struggles, but we have a group of players right now on the team that are just really thinking about the game in very deep ways. I know that yesterday,
Shout out Joseph.
Yesterday, you and Joseph worked together on playing around, and you want to talk a little bit about like what specifically you guys talked about, like what insights we're trying to work into the team?
I mean, one of the things I think we kind of fell through after playing a specific match in EGF was we weren't looking at enemy compositions. Like we weren't trying to understand WinCon. We just kind of forgot about it. And so even though I knew it was something we could do, I felt like that was just slipping away. Gave Joseph a little reminder, hey, we got to be doing this. And from the games we were playing yesterday, it seemed like we were just back up to speed pretty quickly. We just got to stay on our toes on that end.
Yeah, and to recap yesterday, UTA took on Marquette University in our EGF match. Some of you guys might not have seen it. The stream didn't go through. We had a bit of a scuffed one with a broken mic arm yesterday. This is much better setup, so shout out to our director, Noah, for that. But yesterday, that Marquette game, what do you think UTA did well, and what do you think UTA still has to improve?
You said Marquette or UTA?
Marquette. What do you think UTA? Marquette has a lot to work on.
Yeah. I think we have to be able to adapt well because obviously I don't think Marquette was the best evaluation to see how well we were doing. I think going into OWCS, we're not going to be seeing a lot of, obviously, the teams from EGF. So we're going to be seeing a lot of different things. I think we just have to be prepared for the worst. I think we will be seeing a lot of dive. So obviously, we're not a very strong dive team. If we play the poke comps, we have to make sure we don't let them get those angles, that space. Because if they do, the hard dive, essentially, it's already been lost if they get the setup. Same thing against Brawl. We're going to have to identify the different win cons for those Brawl comps that we're facing and determine how we are going to regularly win those fights.
Yeah, I think that's really important. I mean, those big three meta play styles, or those big three play styles, compositions, yes. Yeah. It's really, I'm unsure on which one's going to end up shaking out of the meta. It seems like poke has fallen out of favor.
Yeah.
Definitely more brawl and definitely a lot of dive.
For sure.
But, I think there's been a lot of versatility in this patch, and I think it's been a warm welcome for everyone involved.
I think everyone likes seeing the dive, though. Am I right? It's a lot more fun to watch.
Yep, I agree with you. UTA has a lot to work on our dive right now. It can work at times, but we get punished for small mistakes. So definitely going to be something that we are looking to be able to be capable at playing in case a hard dive meta comes up.
It is one of those compositions where you have to be playing it at a very strong fundamental level. So it is something that I think from yesterday when I was spectating and when you were playing, it was just I think we had the general idea for the dive comps that we were playing. It was just a lot of the timing issues that was we just kept on getting caught out before the hard engage. We weren't correctly setting up for the space before the hard engage. It was before that actually happened, we were getting caught out.
And there was growth during the course of yesterday's match. Definitely saw UTA improve on that dive comp, myself included, making sure to play that space a little bit smarter. I mean, it's not like a ranked game. You just can't run it down main.
No, not at all.
The entire
not
time.
Gonna work.
So
it's just something we need a little more practice because we have been traditionally more of a brawl and occasionally the poke comp with Sig.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think also, we heavily lean into Trace's Sigma.
Yep,
It is by
definitely.
far his best tank, well and above, and he truly does know how to play Sigma. So I'll be really interested to see if he's able to pull off any magic tonight.
I got that player's a regular top 500, so I'm just saying. We do look good on the SIG if we make it work.
So yeah, I think with that Sigma comp, it's important though. You have to know when to be playing it as the brawl and when to be playing it as the poke comp, because I think sometimes you fall back into one way or the other with that Sigma. So as long as you know when to turn that switch in your brain, that Sigma is a very versatile character.
And that's exactly what you've been talking about just earlier, right? Identifying what is the enemy team playing and what method of how we play counters that. So like, does he need to be playing more poke? Does he need to be playing more brawly? Because a lot of it comes down to how the tank is playing, because that determines how aggressive the DPS can be, and also the support positioning.
So we kind of touched on the tank line. Going into the DPS lineup tonight, we're going to be having Tags and Buckle playing. What should Tags and Buckle be looking out for tonight as they play?
So I think because we're going to be seeing a lot of dive, I think we will be playing more of the brawl heavy comps. What's really important is making sure that we are fast when we see an opportunity, because we're not going to be able to contest spaces the same way they're trying to get multiple angles. If we're playing the heavy brawl, we just can't be trying to chase people out of those positions. We can deter them, like, right, having tags on the tracer, for example. He did a phenomenal job yesterday of keeping the tracer at bay, but that's pretty much all he can do. You still have the echo to worry about, you still have the doom to worry about, for example. But if you see an opportunity, like Mori uses Fade, or Junker Queen, or the Lucio's not with the Junker Queen, you gotta go for that. Otherwise, if you try to go for the longer fight, it's just not gonna work, because dive is pretty good right now.
I agree. Finding when those cooldowns are burnt is going to be such a crucial part of tonight's match, and really that's what we're going to be looking out for. If the enemy team is using cooldowns, they have to be punished for it. And UTA, we're trying to be as a team a little bit more. A little bit more conservative with our cooldowns, making sure that we're forcing them to have to act, and then we can follow up with our abilities and take them down. So,
because it is really hard to be, as a less mobile team, to be the ones to initiate against a lot of these teams, because they can just, they see the ram forming in, try to go for someone without softening up the cooldowns first. They just walk away because they have that mobility. So we have to be recognizing these cooldowns, the DPS, right, tags and buckle. They have to be scouting and calling these things, and I think if we do that successfully, we'll be set up for some games here.
I definitely think that scouting is going to be a very important part of today's match. Previously, sometimes the scouting is excellent. If there's a character anywhere on the map, they're scouted, they're pinged. I think that's going to be something that we're looking for, especially if we're playing more of those dive comps. And dive, scouting is 90% of the game. Yeah. Right now, we're still waiting on the first Face It match to load in. For those that don't know, this tournament is being run through Face It, first time for Overwatch, at least at this scale. And so the really neat system. There's a pick ban system for the maps, so we're able to kind of try to cater the maps towards ones that we might want to practice, maps that we may not have a lot of experience on if we want to challenge ourselves, or if we're just looking for to fall back on our laurels, rest up in some Sigma comps, go over to some good Circuit Royale, other maps like that.
Yes.
Well, I mean, maybe not Circuit Royale. The team is not a huge fan of Circuit, but
hey, but when we're playing Circuit, you always got to go that buckle POV. I'm just saying. Yeah,
the buckle POV on Circuit, it definitely has inspired a lot of me to go play Widow, only in quick play, because I would not throw people's ranked games like that. It's quite tragic most of the time. I go in, I grapple up just like Buckle does.
I can land this.
I pull the scope up. I miss every single time. So I don't know how Buckle, I don't know how Tags, I don't know how you do it.
He doesn't buckle up, that's why.
I don't buckle up, or buckle up, as Cassidy might say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to give a quick update,
Yep.
All the settings on Face It were set for next week, and so they had to remake all of it. So invites should be coming out pretty soon. But that's what the delay is.
That's terrific. Terrific news. So we got to wait around a little bit. But that's part of Overwatch esports.
Waiting. I think the new Face It system is very interesting, though. It gives teams a lot more agency in terms of what they want to do. So, right, we were talking about. Okay.
We got it.
I'll take it.
7:15.
Like you said before, you can there's map bans. So in terms of strategy and how you want to lay out your games, there's a lot of interesting things you can do there. What's the map pool? Do you know?
I think he's pulling it up right now. But so this OWCS tournament, what's the stakes here for Team UTA varsity tonight?
Oh yes, so if you win OWCS, right, the open qualifiers, you have a chance to play at the DreamHack.
So, okay, well, I do know how it goes. I should have given you a hardball. this OWCS Swiss tournament is going to work. Right now, this is a Swiss bracket, 9 rounds. I believe there's 5. Last I saw, there was 512 teams signed up.
Oh.
Now, how many of those are still around? How many of those survived the roster mania that happened today? I don't know. Can't speak too much on what happened.
A lot of Twitter drama.
But a lot of Twitter drama. Interesting day to follow some Overwatch accounts. But so the teams that in North America that make it past the top 16 teams in the Swiss bracket are going to move on to I think group stages are at the end of this month for those top 16 teams, and then they'll qualify for stage 1 of North America. Eventually, that'll end. We'll do this OWCS qualifiers again, another chunk of it. In April, and then the top 3 teams from North America by circuit points are going to qualify for the DreamHack Dallas major. So DreamHack Dallas, obviously right down the road, super exciting event. Now, the road to get to DreamHack for UTA varsity, it's long.
It's a steep
It's
one.
arduous. It is steep.
But we're going to try. We're gonna try.
We're gonna try our best. At the end of the day, this is not the grand prize for the semester. We are looking for other goals, like in our EGF tournaments, CECC, and there's a lot of promising stuff for UTA. This is just a great opportunity to practice, play against some really good teams, get some insight in.
Exactly.
And if we do well, and we keep on going.
It's just another way to get more experience, getting to know more of the professional, semi-professional scene.
And I think UTA has definitely suffered a little bit this semester from underperforming in matches. So this is a great opportunity. This weekend we have 9 matches. Yep, 9. That's more than we've played this entire semester, at least in official matches. So that's going to be a really good opportunity for us to just get some hours in, playing here at the facility, just practicing how we're going to be playing the rest of our tournaments this semester. It's crucial to get that time in.
Unfortunately, I think everyone's going to be able to play this weekend, right? Even all the subs, just because of we have some people, they're getting a little busy over the weekend, so. Expect to see all the faces on the roster. Yeah, the roster's going to rotate quite a bit, a little bit of fluctuation, but that's really important because later this semester we have players out for a variety of reasons, and it's important that the substitutes on the roster, like Tor and myself right now, we need to be able to step up when the team needs us. And so practicing in these critical situations where we're trying our best, we want to qualify for these tournaments. So by being able to put in these subs, it means that later in the semester when we get to EGF playoffs, EGF finals, we're going to be ready, we're going to be locked in, and we got practice under our belt. And it's not like as if, when you're sub, it does suck personally, but that you're not doing anything. You still got to be practicing your mechanics. You still got to be up to date with the team's doing, understanding the meta. You still got to be mentally in the game. And there's a lot of work that the subs do outside of it. I mean, you have been I've seen a difference in Joseph just from you talking to him and thinking about it. And me and Trace, we work together as the tanks to just critique each other, because obviously once you're playing ranked, there's no more main tank off tank divide. There's no more choosing what you got to do. It's the Wild West. You got to play what you got to play. And so Trace and I both have skills that translate to each other's play styles, to each other's heroes, and so we're able to help each other out. And I know that the supports do the same. And it really is a collaborative effort. The 5 people playing in there are not just the 5 people playing. I think that's what's so great about Overwatch. Like, if you want anything to work, you really have to be working together, not just like in game, but outside of the game as well. Definitely agree with that. We are coming up on 7:15 right now. That was the time we were told by Faceit we were going to get this invite to a lobby. Listen out for a nice thunder crack on the broadcast. That's going to be the sign of us finally getting invited in. Looks like they've not established the match room yet, and we're gonna have to wait another 6 minutes.
all good. Not even gonna phase us here on the UTA broadcast. We could talk for hours and hours. I mean, some of the people in that other room over there, they are yappers, professional yappers.
Yeah, they could definitely handle this job very well. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I just gotta put one of those people in here for like 5 minutes, and you guys would beg for someone like us.
Yeah. It's gonna be a long weekend ahead of us, though.
A lot of Overwatch. We've played in some Swiss brackets before for CABC, which is the collegiate program through Activision Blizzard. Those, luckily, is a 10-round Swiss bracket spread out over 5 weeks, and we only play 2 games each week. Instead, this Swiss is throwing it all at us. 9 games, back to back to back. I mean, not back to back. We got a day in between each set of 3, but still, it's going to be a very intense weekend. Gonna definitely test our mentals, test us as teammates, test us as human beings, test our ability to shower. It's gonna be hopefully not. So
I think we're all good on that end. Hopefully,
we should be. No promises from me though. It's a long weekend, guys. So yeah, we're just looking to get into this game soon.
what I'm worried about is we're going to be seeing a lot of ball, and ball is really good at causing a lot of mayhem. So if we do see a lot of ball, it's going to really test how well we can actually be playing together.
I think with Wrecking Ball, it's important to note he now has his effective HP pools over 800. I mean, that is absurd. When you go from Overwatch 1, the maximum HP on a character was Roadhog with 600. Now his Ball's HP is over 200 HP above that. Definitely an extremely survivable character. Some of that HP is the shields. He also has his adaptive shield, so it can get very difficult to take down a Ball. If we are seeing it against the Ball comps tonight, what do you think UTA is going to play, and what's our win condition?
I think, although we haven't played it too much, the JQ Rush could be a viable option. Here's why. If the Ball's trying to get set up, that is your window. That is your window where the whole team the enemy team is trying to look for an opportunity, but meanwhile, they can't really do anything. The Ball's not engaging. You can't really press into the enemy team. And so that's the time period where UTA needs to find a window to do something. I think if they go a brawl comp, if it's not a brawl map, like let's say Nepal or Lijiang, it's going to be very hard to survive that kind of onslaught. But they're going to be looking mostly to be rushing down that Zenyatta on the enemy team.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a key win condition for UTA. Basically, under no circumstances will we be going after that Ball unless he is heavily out of position. Exactly. And so should be an interesting team composition if we do get to play up against it. I haven't actually seen too much Ball in our scrims recently. I feel like he's a little bit fallen out of favor.
After the hotfix.
After the hotfix last week. So I did get a chance to watch a little bit of some of the Korean Overwatch that was going on last night. I watched Team Falcons versus custom game lobby invite. Let's see if this is it.
Oh no, this is the.
Noah was just invited to the warm up lobby, but this could be something that we are able to cast for them. Watch the battles go down here. So. This is just a fun little warm-up game that we're able to play prior to each match. So there's Tags and Joseph battling it out. Tags does fall to Joseph, and so...
go to the center of the map. Center of the map? Yeah, go left. Behind you?
No, go to the right now.
Go to the right.
There's 3 different arenas on this map. So go to the one that the control point is on.
The center of the map.
Yeah. So yeah, for anyone that's not played this mode before, when people win in the other 2 arenas, they get sent over to this big one for... to battle, and this middle one is King of the Hill. So if you keep on winning, see Joseph just took down Trace there. Ash10 is going after them. I think that might be Sylvie on my computer. Not quite sure, but it is good to see Ash should be King of the Hill for once. Doesn't happen.
Yeah, you're owning them right now. Wait, do you get Buckle?
Yeah, Buckle.
Okay, they're taking some time.
But Ashton once again comes out on top. I mean, what can I say? It's mostly expected.
Why is this guy a sub? Come on now.
That's what I've been saying. Word on the street is I might get some playtime in tonight, depending on how our games go. Some of these other teams that we end up playing against are not great. Looks like we just caught another 5-minute delay from OWCS. Well, it's really interesting because we use this Face It system the past 2 weekends to play in the weekly We Are So Back tournaments, or the Wasabis.
And they've been really trying to like rush the system. There is no room for like error or delays, or else you're just out. So it's really interesting to see that they're actually delaying a lot of this right now.
Yeah, it's been quite interesting just watching this new Face It system, because in past we were in charge of making the lobbies ourselves. Now lobbies are made entirely by Face It, and so it means that we aren't able to have the same kind of control that we used to. The only spectating available during these tournaments is going to be team spec. That just means that we can only spectate the perspectives of our teams, which is understandable for a competitive integrity aspect. However, it definitely is going to hamper the broadcast ability at times. So, it is going to be what it is. Hopefully, Face It can figure out their end tonight. Rather
Surely
soon
do.
here.
Yeah.
Surely it would be absurd. So
they have been testing. I think that was the whole point of the We Are So Back tournaments, is to be testing this their new technology, because this is a new system specifically meant for Overwatch. So hopefully these technical issues don't last too much longer.
Well, and interestingly enough, they did use Face It earlier today for the EMEA qualifiers.
That's right.
The Europe, Middle East, and Africa qualifiers. So quite interesting that they were unable to get it working for NA.
What can I say? NA production, am I right?
Hey, this is NA esports at its finest. I mean,
oh yes, sir.
Would it really be NA esports if it didn't happen like this? So nothing.
We're just talking about NA production.
Not our production. Face It.
Face it. Yeah. Noah's solid.
Yeah, Noah did a great job setting up OBS here. I mean,
no more scuff setups like yesterday. That was some last minute stuff that we just kind of had to put together.
But I am thankful we were able to get the broadcast off. I mean, I think people needed to see it. The people needed to see the Ashton monkey on the line
yes.
there. 0 deaths, by the way. So
I was expecting Trey to go in after you with -1 deaths, but 2, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, 2 deaths. I mean, I'm just gonna say it for Trace. Expected. So
okay.
It's difficult to be that guy on tank all the time. So. Oh.
We hear some screaming from Kay.
Screaming.
Getting wrecked right there.
Yeah, he died to Ashton, which is I'm still confused. I don't know who's Ashton. I assume it's Sylvie. I don't know if she's gonna like my controls at all though.
She's destroying with them, I'll tell you that.
I mean, yeah, top of the lobby. Maybe the only time we ever see Ashton in this position here.
Nah, you got this. If this was a tank lobby here of heroes,
yeah.
of DPS,
I mean, hey, every time you get Doofus in this lobby, I'm like, oh, this is great. And then you're like, wait, what do you mean he has 200 HP? 225, whatever the number might be.
Every single time I get matched into this, I always hope I don't face Buckle on McCree.
I don't want to face
Cassidy.
Buckle on Cassidy in any circumstances, in ranked, in quick play, in.
Thankfully, he doesn't play ranked. So.
Oh, he doesn't play.
No,
ranked.
he hardly plays. I don't think he's even done placements yet.
Oh wow, that's impressive. But I think it really just shows how Buckle's pure mechanical skill is just that much of a next level that he doesn't practice in a rank. He practices it in stuff like aim labs and whatnot.
Sugarfree, that RuPaul, that video. Hey, go lock in, fellas. Sounds like y'all are gonna need to do that.
Hey, we'll swap. I'll take the load.
That stream after the first game.
So our first match partners have been decided. So if I think production here is going to get up that match room soon. Apparently things might not be too hot for us. So we are playing up against the Toronto Defiant. So should be an interesting match. I really do think that we have a chance here, right? I mean, Toronto Defiant has been historically tragically mid. So I do think that there's an opportunity here.
I mean, it's a bunch of professional players that do this for a living against a small little college team. It's not that big of a deal, right?
Yeah, I think everything might work out here. So, they do have RuPaul,
Vega,
RuPaul,
Sugarfree,
and someone, and Merritt. All of those people are Overwatch League champions as of September. Or October, and actually I was there. I saw them. I saw them win on stage. Now they're gonna take every bit of happiness from my face. Actually, maybe not.
But you know what? I think at the end of the day, if we get even a fight or a map, I think I'll be pretty
If we get an elimination, I'm going to be hooting and
Around.
hollering. So
Yes.
Toronto Defiant is up, banning a map right now. Ilios, Lijiang Tower, Nepal, and Samoa are the options.
These will be some really valuable VODs that we'll have to watch after. So this, even though it doesn't seem like the best case scenario, we can still take away from this, even if it's not the the best matchups.
Yep, and I'm not exactly sure who banned what there, but now Toronto Defiant is choosing between Ilios and Nepal. Yeah, I mean, if I had to choose the most stacked roster in North America, I think these two rosters might be it. Wow, that is incredible.
Yeah, out of 512 participants, that's interesting.
Well, we were almost set to play up against what team was that the other day? Oh, Winthrop University. At the time, having Kaluj and a bunch of variety of other former Toronto Defiant players. So now we're getting a taste of the new Defiant today. Should be really, really interesting.
I think this will, regardless, be whatever the outcome is, be a very fun match.
This will be one of the matches of all time, and I can tell you that with absolute certainty.
You can change the Twitch title now to versus Toronto Defiant.
I wonder if Toronto is streaming this match. We can watch it from both perspectives.
That would be so cool. You're right.
Well, it should be an interesting match, guys, and we should be getting logged into that match room soon here, hopefully.
What's our Twitch? Is it UTA Esports?
UTA Esports. I mean, that's what you guys are watching right now, so I don't have to tell the audience, but I do got to tell Tor.
Yeah. I don't use Twitch that often, so. Let's see, I found it. I gotta share this.
Oh. I just realized you're still banning.
Oh, no problem. I also thought the maps were pick banned after each round, but I think that just I don't think that's the case for Swiss, actually. And I did just overhear Joseph through the wall say, "We're going to try." So I would hope so, Joseph. I don't know why that was ever in doubt, but so I think that UTA. Oh, we're finally loading into this lobby here, and their starting roster looks to be RuPaul, Sugarfree, Someone, Vega, and Merit. Once again, RuPaul, Someone, Merit. They just won the Overwatch League Grand Finals in Toronto this past October.
And you got to see them in person, though.
I got to see them in person. It was an amazing event. Really, really loved it. So the last, I guess it wasn't a match for Toronto, but it was a match for these players. Toronto did not make their own land. So,
Yikes.
but of all the players in America, I do think there's a pretty good chance we'll be seeing Toronto and Arlington pretty soon. So
That would be very cool to watch. If we're having any viewers that are local, obviously, that'll be something to watch.
have mercy, Trace says in chat. So I don't know if they will. I mean, so what's interesting is Toronto Defiant is one of the only teams in North America that has actually signed import players. So Someone and Merit are both Korean nationals, South Korean nationals, and they will be they are playing for Toronto. So each team in America, North America, is allowed to have up to two import players. They're obviously taking advantage of that. Someone is known as, probably one of the best tanks in the world. So, but he hasn't played against Trace yet, and so that's what we're relying on here. Looks like we're running out on a Diva Echo comp. And
pretty standard for the most part right now.
Yeah, and I think both teams here are matching, which I think may favor UTA here. So it looks like actually someone is on the Winston here. Diva does excellent in a Winston, but Trace is already burnt
Getting a
down,
little too
demeched
greedy.
by Merit. Buckle is looking for a pick, finds some damage on RuPaul, has to recall. Tags is low here, so he's playing cover. Looks like UTA is just backing up, waiting for Trace to be able to get back into mech here. Oh, but Trace is caught out. Someone is now chasing after K and Buckle, and Merit is going to find K. It looks like UTA is heading back to spawn.
Yeah, you can't really afford for your tank player to get demech like that. If something like that happens, you really just can't engage. So that was unfortunate from the start there.
Yeah, I do think that at that point, UTA likely needs to, likely just needs to reset. Trying to get that mech back is just a recipe for disaster a lot of the times. Tags is going after After the Echo here. Sugarfree's Echo. Yep, Sugarfree, known as one of the best Echoes in the world, also known as Lenny to some. So it should be interesting to see what Lenny is able to cook here. Buckle's going after Merritt.
That's an interesting matchup right there.
Buckle's forced to use Recall. And now Merritt comes back in. Buckle has to blink away. But someone finds Trace once again. And RuPaul ends up taking down Buckle. Tags is now heading back to spawn.
It's not looking quite so good, but we should be expecting some ults coming up online, especially from the Toronto Defiant. They're going to get theirs first. UTA is going to have to come up with some kind of cheese play to extend the fight, because it's not looking like they're going to be able to win based off ults advantage here.
Yeah, so it looks like UTA is just really looking for a pick, a little bit of damage on anyone, but Merritt finds Buckle once again, takes him down. Trace also now falling to someone in Sugarfree. Merritt finds Joseph, and it looks like that this point might be under wraps.
It's very interesting to see. I think Toronto Defiant... They're playing their space very well. They're not letting UTA get any angles without being heavily contested for it. So when they're trying to get the Winston off the high ground, when they're trying to get... Echo was poking from very far away from the angle on the right there. There wasn't much room for UTA.
Yeah, every single meter that UTA walks, it feels like it costs what would normally cost 10 meters. So Sugarfree finds Tags, Merritt finds Buckle, the DPS trading out, RuPaul finds K, once again another trade out, Sugarfree finding Trace, Merritt finding Joseph, and Vega falls off the map. I mean, I'm just saying, maybe we got that kill. I think we'd have to check the replay here, but I think that's UTA's first kill on the board against the Toronto Defiant tonight.
Oh, yikes. I would love to play this. I mean, we got
yikes,
stopped.
Indeed.
This would be a really cool experience.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we get subbed in so that way we can also lose. That's my hope, but we will have to see.
I think our goal is to at least, it might be difficult to take a round, but at least win a few fights. That would be very cool to see. I think that's our best hope would be if we get an ult advantage, and that's what we need to be on the lookout.
Yeah, I'm not sure if UTA managed to use any ults there, but now we're going to well. Looks like everybody here is going to their comfort picks. So we have Joseph on Moira. Actually, have not seen that one before. Buckle on Cassidy, Trace on Sigma, Tags on May, and K on Kiriko. So I really think that UTA here is just trying to play as much poke as possible and maybe see if that they can stop this dive. Buckle is getting chunked out a good bit. Vega's going into the backline right now. And looks like Joseph is just trying to sustain the team up with Moira, but he's already low on heals. They're causing a lot of pressure here, and UTA is not finding a lot of value.
They're setting up... I don't quite like this. The Toronto Defiant are going to have two angles on them here. They're going to want to try to bunker up here, but
Trace kills Vega! First pick from UTA this match, and so now Tags is going after someone here, and someone jumps away, and so now Trace is... trying to pepper down some damage on the rest of the team here. Buckle does fall to RuPaul, and so UTA is now looking here to stabilize and maybe try to even flip this point.
UTA is going to want to get this point. They can't just sit here forever, or else they're going to lose the objective game.
Yep, and looks like Toronto Defiant's respawns have already come back up. Vega is back, and Tags falls, so does K. Looks like there's going to be a team wipe from UTA. Buckle, however, quite smart, trying to preserve that kill-death ratio right now. Is he going to be able to make it out? I'm not quite sure. I think... Oh, no. Oh, that's...
Sugarfree on the Echo here is looking very scary. I think the best that they can do to contest it is be ready. Tags be ready with the Tracer so that when he wants to hard engage, that he's not going to get it easily.
So what I think that UTA needs to do here is I think they need to leave the match, go and practice for 10,000 hours, and then we will be on the same level as these guys. I mean, these guys... I hope you guys don't think this reflects too poorly on UTA. These people are the top of their game. I mean, used to get paid, a lot of money to play Overwatch esports. Might still be getting paid a lot of money. We're not exactly sure if Toronto's how much they might be paying their teammates, but in order to bring in international players like someone in Merit,
you need a lot of money.
It's going to be quite a bit of money.
Why isn't that letting me spectate on the game?
You're only
you can only see our team.
You only get.
No, I know, but I can't go back to trade.
Click it 6 times, and you will eventually get to them. Maybe. All right, we'll go the other way then. I don't know.
It seems like we might be stuck on only a couple of POVs.
Yeah,
here.
Trace went in for the Flux on I don't know if it landed, but UTA does not touch the point, and that's going to be the end of map 1. Chase with a good round. Buckle with a good map close. Tag's asking for tips here, so not exactly sure if we're going to be able to get any here. So
I think this play of the game is going to be interesting to see here. Let's see. Oh, against Buckle. And they're all just collapsing on the based off of the pick.
And that's the end of map 1. Heading into map 2, I'm not exactly sure what map that might be on. Not exactly sure anything about that map.
We should be
other than that it's against Toronto Defiant. This is a 1st to 2. So should be a good second map.
I think what we really want to see here is a brawl map, a map that favors brawl, because that is something that we focus on a lot. And Midtown, yes, this is great. Dive is a little harder to execute on Midtown. It is possible, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do run it. But if they do run brawl, I think UTA has a chance of at least holding a fight and winning a couple there. Right now we're checking settings, so we could only see a couple people with the POVs. Trying to see if we can fix that.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's been a lot of error, the spectator viewer for team only mode for the coach mode is not very good in Overwatch. Usually, it has quite a bit of issues. So we'll see how it ends up panning out this time. So looks like UTA is getting ready to run a Sigma Brawl comp here. I think this is a smart move. I think our only chance against a team like Toronto is going to be playing to our comforts, not letting the meta dictate what we play, but playing our best heroes. So Trace on the Sigma is a good sign.
I do like the Mei swap here because Toronto plays their dive so well. I don't think the Mei is going to get a lot of value. So what we're going to have to look out for is I think Buckle is going to by far be the easiest target for the Toronto to find here if they're playing.
It might be under the replay viewer production and controls replay. I don't know. At the end of the day, though, do we need to watch?
There should be like you can like F1, F2, F3.
No, you can't do that in the coach spectate mode.
Oh, really?
The coach spectate mode is notoriously bad. Oh,
it looks like we already started here.
That did unbind whatever you previously had bound to, which I think is what you were trying to do. I don't know.
Love that.
Maybe it's... I don't know. We'll try to get it fixed for next match. Until then, we gotta watch one of the best players on our team, Tag's Overwatch. So, he's playing the Tracer here. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. Tags' first round of Midtown attack.
Tags is gonna want to get ready to set up behind so that when Buckle finds a low HP target, he can finish it off. Or catch someone off guard. Importantly, I think they make a really good rotation to the left here, or they try to force out the high ground on the right there where the Sigma was, but I don't think they're going to be able to do that without falling apart first.
Yeah, UTA loves to play in this back alleyway here. Looks like we weren't able to get it set up in time. Rather unfortunate for us.
I think we need to see the Lucio come out. It's going to be very difficult for UTA to really take any advantageous positioning, and so Lucio is really good for those rotation calls and be able to speed amp without being caught out.
I think that's a good call here. So once again, UTA is trying to make it in, make some amount of progress here on Midtown Point A. So there's an Alari up here in the train, but looks like she's getting out, and so UTA is trying to back up into this back alleyway. Tag's taking the forward pressure, clearing out the alleyway, but UTA looks like it's all the rest of the team is behind the choke, and Joseph falls to Sugarfree.
It doesn't look like Tags even gets to contest point to put some pressure. UTA falls apart, unfortunately, before they even get the chance. It looks like someone got a good flux off.
And someone really is, he is quite someone.
He
is an
carried the
excellent player.
Florida Mayhem, I would say, to win the last Owl.
Absolutely. I mean, as a Houston Outlaws player, definitely hurt to see. Definitely hurt to see as he just dismantled Bernard at the end of last season. But, it was a good run for both teams. And, Florida Mayhem, one of my favorite organizations in the Overwatch League. Toronto Defiant, sticking around, though, that's definitely changing my rankings of them.
I gotta say, Florida, this was a while back ago, but Florida's color change to other skins, I think that was a very good strat because I like their skins a lot now.
And Sugarfree, you know, comes in from the side, finds tags. K goes in after him on the Zenyatta. Vega sends in a Sunrise attack towards the team. But, you know, UTA is doing better than some players like... Oh my goodness!
Look, we got a pick!
It falls to Trace. Tags does throw the pulse bomb just to be safe. You never know what these players are going to be able to pull.
I think all these deaths so far from the Toronto Defiant have been from Trace. So this is looking very solid for Trace so far.
Great showing from Trace tonight in the face of adversity. And Tags now is getting some capture progress on the point. Merit's Bob falls down to Buckle. Looks like UTA is
going to have to get this rotation quite quickly before Toronto Defiant are able to stabilize here.
Yep, and UTA finds the first tick on the point. Looks like Toronto's respawns are coming back up, and Sugarfree is going to find Trace. Tags unable to find the elimination because of Vega's Life Weaver, and so now Tags is trying to get out.
I think it's starting to show that Toronto Defiant obviously aren't trying the hardest. You know, they pulled out the Life Weaver, they pulled out the Lari. I think if they continue to play like this, UTA just needs to remember the fundamentals and try to outplay and have a better win con. Because right now, they're just out mechanically diffing UTA right
and
now.
overtime is about to fall now here, and Tags goes on the point. He's the only one. No idea where the rest of the Toronto Defiant is. Tags asking for the 1v1 on the Tracers. Sugarfree comes to point. Tags actually doing quite well right now. Tags my goat.
He gets the
versus the recall.
He's got a recall.
He uses his own 134 HP.
Oh,
Sugarfree is extremely... Yes! Oh my goodness! What a player! What a star!
I think we have one of the best Tracer players in
I
North
mean,
America
I
on our
mean,
team.
Wow, great work from UTA here. So we're gonna be trying to fix this spectator issue that we're having right now. Maybe go down to the players tab, Noah.
Wait, yeah. Have you tried the F1, F2, or is
Yeah.
it? Okay, that's only for spectate.
Wait, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Maybe.
It was very funny to see the Toronto pull out the Life Weaver there at the end. If they continue to troll like this, I think if UTA just kept their head in the game, they could definitely find moments where...
You want to get out of the way for the chat?
Oh.
Tags asking for the rematch. I don't know if Toronto's responding to that one or not. But
especially since they only need to win one fight to really cap the point.
yeah, well, in UTA we got 66.4% on point A. That's about 66.4% more than we got on any point on control. So I think this is going to be an excellent time, and I'm very, very glad that if we did have anyone to spectate, it was Tags there. Tags popped off when the team needed him most to. Definitely a morale boost on the team.
Bro, I cannot switch to unspectated. No.
Even though we're stuck on Tags, it's a good thing we're stuck on the best player on the team right now.
Yeah, I mean, Tags was able to 1v1 Sugarfree, and you know, I really hope that clip ends up on our Twitter. It needs to be pinned, probably. Oh, Tags getting a lot of good damage on someone here. Someone uses his hands. Tags is forced to recall, and RuPaul is now behind him, but Trace does find the Sugarfree Torbjorn.
We are unfortunately down a healer right now, which is not going to look good. They can't really sustain this fight. UTA is going to have to look for an opening here.
Yeah, I do think that Toronto Defiant is very much poised here to capture the point. Tags is going to be coming back soon. Only supports up for UTA. I'm not sure what they're going to be able to get done here.
Oh, this is not looking good. We're getting staggered. I thought maybe if they went Lucio and they quickly regrouped, but it's not looking like Toronto is going to give them that option. But they're not even capping.
Looks like now Toronto is doing a little bit of BM, or maybe Tags is getting the 1v1 that he requested. I'm not exactly sure what's happening here. Finally, Toronto is capturing the point. You know, maybe their manager spoke in their ear and said, "Hey, buddy, you better wrap this one up here. We got other matches to play." So one person on the point right now for Toronto, slowly ticking away. The Trace Doomfist is going in for a dive on the enemy Sojourn, but he's not going to be able to make it a point. He does, however, find Merit. GG's to Toronto Defiant. It was a good game. I think you know, I can hear the spirits in the other room right now. I think there's some good vibes going on over there. Obviously, we got placed. We got put up against the people that we would likely consider the best in the tournament. So here we're gonna watch someone's play of the game here.
And it's looking like just clean-up game. And I feel like that this was pretty much the whole POV most of the time for Toronto. They just kept on getting picks before the fight even started.
Yep, that was a really good showing from UTA. Despite the circumstances, it doesn't look good on paper, but you have to consider the quality of the players of the Toronto Defiant. Finding picks against them, being able to hold our own at times, definitely worth it.
I would like to watch the Ilios game. I think that's something, because they were obviously trying at the start there. That is something that we could obviously VOD and see what they were doing well.
I mean, even at the start, Toronto found themselves, basically right up against, or they were able to make it a point way quicker than us. So I think that may be, important. UTA needs to remember that we need a sim TP out of spawn, stuff like that. But, all in all, I think that was definitely a tough match, but I hear the team right now. They got some good vibes. Here's tags again.
Oh, we got the replay. The replay of the 1v1, I think.
Well, yeah, this is about 30 seconds from it. So Tags is able to just make it to the backline. I don't know how he's able to survive for so long, but
yo, I think our goal.
Tags. Come on camera. Come talk about it. We're about to play it.
Would you walk us through this moment right here?
I hit my shots.
Yeah. I was getting a little worried after the recall. You didn't quite seem to know where he was, but fortunately, you just landed your shots after.
All right, let's see this clip. I don't even know what I did. All right. Oh yeah, as for the 1v1, I'm like, all right, I win this. Surely I win this.
Surely.
I think the biggest thing is he had. Oh my god, a blink melee there. Whoa. And then,
So lucky you got the recall there.
Come on. You don't understand how loud we yelled because that was my second kill on them. It was honestly really fun. They're really good because they're the best. But like
Vega and Life Fever.
dude, it's wow. I'm glad that was a round one. Thanks for everyone. For watching that. I'll be honest, my hands were like shaking the whole time.
I bet.
After Mary diffed me really hard, I was like,
I think you guys should have been playing the Lucio more. Okay, so Lucio, because you guys just needed to do proper rotations to even have a chance. Like, you guys can't just stand at the choke forever.
I'll be honest.
And then Mario, because Bab is not just going to
no shots being thrown, but Trace into like 4 times, guys. Like, it was all Trace's fault. We blame Trace. We could have won that game. But
yeah, Trace better than someone, right? Trace better than someone.
It was literally all Trace, guys. No, I'm joking. It was really fun. It was just a really, really stressful match.
I wish I could have experienced that. That seemed really fun, though.
Yeah, I want to watch that VOD.
Uh-huh.
I want to hear everyone's response because that was hilarious.
Oh, we should have been recording the comms.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the RuPaul stream.
Oh, you streaming right now?
No, my friend was watching RuPaul
okay.
stream, so thanks for everyone having me in the stream. I'm gonna go keep trying my best and do better.
Thanks, God. By the way, we were watching your view for the most time because we were stuck on it. There's yeah. But we got to see it, the 1v1, so. I'm going to be taking a quick break.
Oh, wait.
Gonna do a quick little cut here to our Valorant team, up 5-2 against the University of Delaware in their EGF match. Timeout called by Delaware, which is always a good sign. Not very fun to tune into randomly, when the opponent's calling a timeout. But y'all enjoy the Overwatch or the Valorant action while our Overwatch guys are on break.
Hey, can we do it? No. Yeah, just me. You remember video on the what? You're gonna try and get over there, and then after that, you guys should send me names when you're maybe we can get like 5. Just say